Alright, what's going on there, folks? It is Earthmaster here. It is June 22nd, 2018, 2:13 p.m. And as I mentioned before here on the live stream, it's been a few days, almost a week, I think, since I've done any type of update video in regards to earthquake and volcanic activity around the globe. Just been busy, you know, life, bills, day job, all that good stuff. And of course, I got to spend some time with the family, so kind of letting the stream be on idle, but definitely going to start doing some more updates here as time goes on. And in fact, right now we'll go ahead and do a update video in regards to the activity. Once again, you are looking at Earthquake 3D live stream there on the right. Earthquake data coming in from the USGS and also the EMSC website as well. That picks up European earthquakes. As you can see, quite a few 2s and whatnot. Your normal earthquakes over there in that part of the world. And also on the left side of the screen we have a couple shots of the big island of Hawaii. The top one's going to be the lower east rift zone with Fissure 8 spewing out lava out there in the distance. You can see that orangish color glow. That's the lava flying into the air like it's been doing for quite some time and will continue for the foreseeable future. It's pretty cool to check out at night when this thing goes into the thermal imaging type video. Pretty cool. But also on the bottom here we have a shot of the webcam from the crater of Kilauea volcano, and that's provided by the USGS, which is providing that live shot there that you see on the bottom. And also the screenshot up top there is also provided by the USGS. But a lot of earthquake activity occurring. Once again here in the state of Hawaii. The latest update from the USGS. Looks like my hotkey is not working, but we'll go ahead and do that. Hopefully this thing is working right. Looks like it may have went into a kind of a weird mode there when I hit the recording button. I'll have to check it out here, but in the meantime we'll go ahead and continue with the update video. Right now still alert levels, of course, at warning, and the color code here is at red. Like I said, it's going to be going on for some time, there's no doubt. As these folks mentioned right here, the eruption in the lower east rift zone continues with little change. I mean, we haven't really seen a big increase, and we haven't seen it let up. I mean, it's just continuing to flow out lava from the earth, and that's what's going to happen for quite some time there, as Mother Nature decides she wants to make some more land out in the Pacific Ocean there. This right here is one of the latest updates there. It says lava fountains from the Fissure 8 spatter cone continue to flow in the established channel to the Kapoho coastline. A dominant ocean entry of the south edge of the flow front is producing a large laze plume. Anyway, I'm not going to go ahead and read this because I do have it up there on my earthquake stream there in the scrolling effect. As far as the summit goes, our earthquake remained elevated overnight at the summit of the Kilauea volcano, reaching over 40 earthquakes per hour at one point. Inward slumping of the rim and walls continues in response to the ongoing subsidence at the summit. Sulfur dioxide emissions from the volcano's summit have dropped to levels that are about half those measured prior to the onset of the current episode of eruptive activity. This gas and minor amounts of ash are being transported downwind with small bursts of ash and gas accompanying intermittent explosive activity. Now, this increase in earthquake activity, these folks are claiming, you know, that it's from the subsidence at the summit, and that's pretty accurate. I mean, we've seen a large amount of earthquakes just today. As you can see here, this is the USGS. One day, all magnitude earthquakes. 630 earthquakes one day, folks. That is a lot of earthquake activity. Man, I just hope this video is working good. Like I said, I just had to do a reset on the system and do a couple updates, and it always worries me whenever I come back online here, just if I'm going to have any kind of technical problems once again. But hopefully everything's good. If not, we'll fix it and correct it after this video. But taking a look at the center of activity, shows it once again over here at the crater region. You can see that large area right there of 628 earthquakes all being centered around that area. I wouldn't doubt it if we continue to see that collapse of the crater and even bigger earthquakes taking place here. For a while we have been seeing about a 5.0 earthquake every day. Of course followed up by, and prior to many more smaller earthquakes, and hundreds at that. But seems as though we see about a 5-pointer every day, and it's no different. We're seeing lots of 3s, lots of 2s, and it's just the list goes on, and these are all pretty much surface type quakes, as you can see by the depth of the earthquakes over here, all within less than half a kilometer. Still a little bit of earthquake activity occurring with the continued lava flow in the lower east rift zone over here. Not much in the way of earthquake activity, no new development. And most of this stuff here is just from lava being transported underground and ultimately coming up out of the different fissures. And like I say, not a whole lot has changed aside from the increase in earthquake activity with 630 earthquakes in one day, folks. That's a lot of earthquake activity, and like I said, we're going to continue to see the collapse of this crater, and hopefully it's not a super mega collapse there and cause some type of other damage, but we'll have to keep an eye on it and see what she decides to do. Earthquake activity in California picking up a tad bit over here east of the San Francisco Bay Area, just east of the specific fault lines over here that we tend to watch, like the San Andreas over here to the west, and of course we got the Kilauea fault system here, and many other ones that we tend to watch. But anyway, this activity is occurring off of the fault systems here. Not a lot of activity, but it was a 3.1 just near Oakley, California. I haven't even heard of that town, and I live up here. Just about 1 mile, looks like, southwest of Oakley. That 3.1 was followed up by a couple 2s, and then that's about it. Not a whole lot of earthquake activity to report there in the Bay region. Of course, the geysers up here to the north, that's an active hot springs. Been up there many times, and there's it's just typical normal activity. We haven't seen any type of increase in that region in quite some time. Southern California, your typical crawler earthquakes and little micro earthquakes occurring. Other than that, it's pretty well quiet. The thing is, I want to point out what's going on up here in the Vancouver Island region. All these little dots. That's 28.2 hours of tremor that's being detected in that region. Now, once again, this is slow slip event movement. You're not going to feel it. It's only being detected because of this super sensitive equipment that will pick up these little tremors, if you will. They're not earthquakes, but slow slippage between these two plates, or in this region, the Cascadia subduction zone, northern section of it at that. If you look down through Oregon and Washington, not a whole lot of activity to make up for all this movement. A couple small ones up here in Northern California. Of course, they're all small, but some small detection here in Northwest California, but most of the movement is occurring. This is 2 days, 28 hours of tremor confined to one spot, and that's the Vancouver Island region. So whenever we see this activity, there's always a heightened chance of some type of earthquake activity that's different from tremor. when this stuff is going on. So we'll keep an eye on it. Right now it looks pretty quiet. Nothing really to report in that region as far as earthquake activity goes. As you can see on the earthquake 3D globe, not a whole lot. They did have a 4-pointer up there just south of the Alaska region, but not a whole lot going on in that area. A little deep earthquake, I shouldn't say too little, but 5.3 right there, as you can see. Just let's see what we got here. That's 652 earthquakes. I mean 652 kilometers near Indonesia. That's pretty deep, folks. That's really deep. Not a big earthquake, 5.3. But like I say, whenever we see this earthquake activity in this deep, that deep below the ground, we need to pay attention. Definitely some movement going on with that area, well off the Pacific Plate region. Yesterday, 6.1 down there, just about ready to drop off the map. But it looks like it's pretty quiet around most of the globe, folks. Anyway, hopefully this video came out okay. If not, I'm going to be very upset. But either way, we got the live stream up and running. Everything should be back to normal. And if you haven't stopped in on the live stream, come on by and say hi. We've got some great mods out here that like to discuss quite a few topics out here on the channel. And they'll try to help you out if you have any questions in regards to earthquake, volcanic activity, and pretty much anything else out there. So we will do an update video later tonight to cover and recap everything that's going on out here around the globe. For now, I'll try to keep checking on the live web recorders. That's the live seismograph stations that I normally have up. Unfortunately, the servers to them are down right now, but I will go ahead and keep trying throughout the afternoon here and see if I can't get them pulled up. Other than that, take care, folks. We'll get the music going back up here in just a few minutes, and hope everyone's staying cool out there. Got 104 out here where I live right now. It's a little toasty. Take care, folks.